gonna do the scariest, I don't know, scariest real life crap, I don't know, but it's a scariest thing tag, I guess. And so, yeah, it's 7 questions, and I'm gonna answer, then he's gonna answer, and it's gonna switch off. Like
Why do I gotta go second?
Fine, you can go first.
No, I don't wanna go first.
Okay. Alright, so the first thing is scariest real life experience. I was about like 9 or 10,
Oh
and
God.
it was like me and my friend Ashley, we cheerleaded a lot. Like, it was just like a game we did. And like, I live right across the street from a church, and they have a pumpkin patch every year. So they have like little pellets that they set the pumpkins
Pallets, not pellets.
Pallets, whatever. They set the pumpkins on every single year. And then, I think it was in like November-ish. And then we started cheerleading off of them because they were in the church parking lot, and there was only like 2 or 3 of them, and then there was like a bunch of them like stacked up, but like 2 or 3 that was just separate, like 1 each.
And I actually died at the end.
No.
Damn it.
And then you like made me lose my train of thought.
2 or 3 pallets.
Yeah, and then this one guy named Teddy Bear, like, that's basically the nickname we call him now. He like chased us around in his truck, and we were like so scared. Like, we ran, and I lost my flip-flop, and it was just a horrible experience. And now, like, we told the person that works there, because I'm really good friends with her, and she's really nice, and she's like, oh, that's Teddy Bear, he won't hurt you. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that was my scariest real life experience. But
I don't know what I think probably it was Halloween night of like, I think I was 12, and it was Halloween night where me and my friend Ben were trick-or-treating at his grandma's neighborhood because it's like rich old people, and they're giving out like king-size Hershey's bars. Well, we come back and we're eating candy, and it was me, Ben, and Dawn, and Ben and his family is really Christian, like they're really hardcore Christian, and I'm not, neither's Dawn, but we just watch our mouths and stuff. And like a whole bunch, like all these cabinets started shaking, and it was kind of like shit from a movie. It was really scary. Like all these cabinets were moving, stuff was flying out of them. That was basically it. And then his grandma was like flipping out, and then so we all ran outside, and their pastor came over and was like spraying holy water, and I was like, "You faggot!" And then yeah, it was pretty scary for a 12-year-old. Because it was like nothing. It was not like we don't have earthquakes where we live, so it's not an earthquake. So
he wins this one. Alright, scariest paranormal experience. You start.
Okay, well, this isn't so much as scary. Okay, well, can I say 2?
Yeah.
2? Okay, so when I was a little kid in this very room, set this bed, which was a bunk bed, but in this same corner, right here. And what would happen was I have a younger brother who drowned when he was 2, which is where I get my middle name from. I'm not telling you. But that's where I get him. That's where I get my middle name from. And in this corner, that corner over there, what I would do was at night I would point at it and say, blank, his name, is trying to talk to you. Why aren't you listening to him? Like over and over again before we went to bed. And yeah, I don't remember it, though. It was just something my parents told me. But the scariest thing... It's not really scary, but it's creepy. I was in my... Remember... No, you didn't know me when I lived on Kathy Lane. I told you this one. Sitting in my room, and the sounds of my house are very distinct, because they're really loud. You could hear the tile because it was uneven when a chair slid over it. The chairs creaked. Our refrigerator door was loud. And so what I hear is I hear footsteps because the tile was hollow. They were like really loud, even if it was a really skinny person walking. But you hear footsteps, the refrigerator door opens, and like the racks move or something, and then close. The chair move, and then squeak, and like 10 minutes later, like unsqueak. The refrigerator door open and close, and then footsteps. But this was 10 o'clock at night when both my parents were asleep. And I asked them, and they were like, go to bed. So it wasn't one of them, and they're the only 2 people besides the cat that we had named Juju. And he's not fat enough to do that, and he cannot open up the fridge. Probably my scariest I can think of.
My scariest was when I was about like 8 or 9, and I went out to my kitchen to go and get water or something to drink. I don't know if it was water, but it was probably Coke, knowing me. And I looked in through the kitchen and I saw like a chair, like a kitchen chair, like moved over and like something sitting in it. And my mom was asleep on the couch, so I was like, so it wasn't her. And I only live with my mom and 2 of my cats, but they're not big enough to be a human figure. What did you say?
Bitches.
But yeah, and the figure or whatever looked at me and it said, "Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Shh." And then it just turned back around and I was like, what the hell? But it looked like something from like the 1800s, like a person from the 1800s. They're just like really weird. And yeah, and then can you stop? You're distracting.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Look at
drink water.
I want Gatorade. I have a cold Gatorade. Oh,
He's
cold.
gay.
Cold.
Anyway,
Ooh, that's a lot of condensation. Sorry.
and then yeah, so I like ran between my mom and like the cushions, the couch cushions, and I hid there for the night. And then later on, like a week later, I got like a tape recorder. And I put the tape recorder on the kitchen and I heard the chair move once again. And it was like 12 o'clock at night around then. And the chair moved. Obviously I heard my cats like meow and stuff, but they can't move the chair. And they kind of sounded like that.
Sorry.
It sounded like that actually, the hiss. Yeah, and then I heard the chair move, but it could have just been my cats fighting and making the chair move. I don't know, but it was really weird.
Alright, so what's the next one?
Have you ever known someone who was convicted of a violent crime?
Not that I know of.
My uncle was.
Oh, yeah. I don't know him.
Yeah,
Donnie?
Yeah.
That's not... I don't know.
No, it's a...
Well, I mean, I guess it's considered...
From, like, no. From,
not what I'm thinking of?
No.
Oh.
From 3 years ago, my uncle, like, he hit my cousin and her mom, and then they called my mom, and then my mom called the cops on him, and it was a whole bunch of shit. Like,
Your mom?
yeah.
Wait, your mom called the police in a different state?
Well, my mom called her dad, and my grandfather called the police.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like, how do you... That's not how the EOC works here. I'm a first responder, I would know.
So am I. Are you afraid of the dark?
You go first.
Not really. I used to be. I'm being honest now. Like, I used to be afraid of it.
I'm pretty sure every kid was.
But, yeah, but I mean, like, after that one, like, night where it's, like, the paranormal experience, like, I was scared to sleep alone or in the dark for a good year. And then once I started closing my door, I left the light on, like my bedroom door, I left the light on, like a little nightlight. And then eventually, I just like threw the nightlight away. It wasn't your nightlight.
Oh, I know.
And I threw it away, and I was around like 10-ish or 11-ish, somewhere around that. And then I wasn't afraid of the dark anymore, and I actually got better sleep when I had no light on.
You know what's weird? There's just nights where I just really want to leave the light on. Not because I'm scared, but because I like sleeping with the light on sometimes. It seems like sometimes I get better sleep. Like everyone's, I don't know, it's just me. But I used to be really scared of the dark. Like I wouldn't sleep in my room with the light off. And I remember one year we had a lot of Christmas lights in our living room. It was like 2 years ago, and I was like freaked out in my room. It seems like here I get really like. Well, not anymore, but it used to get, feel like I was being watched constantly, which is why I didn't come over here when I lived with my mom. But at my mom's, when we were living on Kathy Lane, you'd get all these weird, creepy vibes, like somebody was watching you. And I would not want to, sleep in my room. I'd sleep in the living room all the time. But, I'm not scared of the dark now. In this house, a little bit, because there's a lot of random shit that you can step on, and then you can walk into. But not so much anymore. More or less because I have wires and a scooter and clothes and shit.
Does your hometown have any scary stories / legends?
Well, believe it or not, our town... Did you know that our town is built... This neighborhood is built on top of a Seminole burial ground?
Almost everywhere in Florida is.
Not Seminole, though. but this house, this whole neighborhood is directly on top of a actual, um, like legit burial ground. Not like they fought and died, like where they put their dead normally, not when people invaded. Which if you live where we live, you know. Well, most people know that like there's a difference. Like most of Florida is like some sort of Indian died in a battle, but around here, like my neighborhood, it's an actual burial ground. Like before all the wars started. But yeah.
Another thing that's a scary legend is there are 2 hotels that are
Oh,
really haunted
the
that
Don.
Major League Baseball players stay in.
The Don Cesar and the Vinoy.
Yeah, and there are like certain rooms that they will not rent. They won't go in.
They won't even go in them.
They're scared of because they've had experiences in it. And my grandfather, he stayed at the Don Cesar when he was visiting me in Florida, and he lives up north. And he said that in one of the rooms he stayed in, like he saw and felt like a little weird stuff, and he does not believe in paranormal shit. So obviously he didn't describe it as paranormal, but
He felt
the
weird.
way he described it to me, it sounds paranormal. It doesn't make sense in like, oh yeah, the TV's on, the people there watching you. No, it's like something's there watching you in the room.
Yeah, there's a lot of we live in a creepy place. Like, there's a lot of creepy things that go on, like ghost wise.
Yeah, at least we don't live in Salem.
True. Very, very true.
That place is probably haunted. Like,
Whole
to shit.
freaking
Yeah.
town.
Every single house.
Why'd you fold it?
I don't know.
My favorite urban legend. Okay, so mine's Bloody Mary because there's certain.
Mine is too.
There's certain truth to what actually happened. I was watching TV with my dad, and it's actually a story about this girl and her. It's this Mary, who went with her friend and like lured this boy out into the woods with candy and like cut him open with a pair of broken scissors. In England, I don't know when, but I know I saw it on TV. It was like a knife, like a kitchen knife, and a broken pair of scissors. And she was later convicted of it and like escaped when she was like 23 or something. And there's certain truth to it. And she was like as old as my next door neighbor. And my dad was like, "Watch out for Brianna." And I was like, "Don't scare me like that." She's one of those kids that would do that. But that's my favorite because I've always wanted to go in the bathroom and try it, but I never did.
I never knew.
Because I'm a chicken.
I actually did try it once, and I was so freaked out. Nothing happened, but I was just like really freaked out.
That's right.
I didn't have like a baby doll or like.
That's been there for years. Sorry. The bruise. It doesn't hurt, but it looks like a bruise.
But yeah, like me and my friends, we've tried it, but we never had a baby doll or candles, and it wasn't 12 o'clock. It was like 12:05, because we weren't paying attention to the clock, and then like we just.
I don't think it matters.
I don't know. It was just really creepy.
I don't think it really happened. I think it's all like in your head. It's proven that if you really want something to happen, your brain will imagine it. Like, you can make yourself sick and you can force yourself not to think it. It's like the brain's powerful, so I don't know. I don't think it's anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your scariest nightmare?
You can go first. Or
What was that one scary nightmare?
The one where people are like trying to break in and shit?
Break in where?
Your house? Like, you're like there and they're like breaking in your windows and the door and shit.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so it was me and Justin and my mom, and he slept over that night. And this is in my dream, not in real life. And, yeah, I was actually sleeping here. And I woke up.
No, we were at your house.
I was?
Yeah, we were at your house.
Well, I don't know. But,
You know what that reminds me of, another thing about your dream? It reminds me of Insidious. And when he goes into the other world and all of those people are trying to get into his house to get to Dalton. Okay, so she's finally back on track because apparently me drinking Gatorade is distracting. Go.
alright. Well, fuck. But I'm trying to think of a place to start.
Next door neighbors.
Yeah. Alright, so I have, like, this new next-door neighbor, and didn't move in, like, even a year ago. Like, it was before a year, and I'm just explaining this really wrong. But I was having this dream where, like, my mom was, like, duplicated, and she was, like, everywhere, and it was, like, evil. Like, they were trying to kill me, and I was, like, really freaked out.